All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Creators Corner. Super excited for you guys to be here with me today. I've got kind of a powerhouse duo joining us today. So we're going to be talking about live streaming. We're going to talk about Mixer. We're going to talk about YouTube, OBS, Restream. I'm sure a bunch of live streaming geek stuff. And so we're just going to geek out on live streaming today, guys. So I've got Dale L. Roberts and his brother, Walt Roberts. So this is the brothers. And so they run a channel called Live Streaming Tech. It's a YouTube channel and brand devoted to demystifying the process of live broadcast online. So quick introduction. The older of the two brothers, Walt, is a best-selling author, tech nerd, part-time streamer. Walt established his online presence under a pseudonym and guise where he amassed an underground following on Twitch. That's where he started. After other streamers saw the quality of the streams he produced, they soon came to him for advice to level up their live broadcast. Dale, on the other hand, is an international best-selling author as well and self-publishing coach who established a presence on the as the go-to authority in self-publishing. I've had him on the show for a couple times now. This is his third time on the show, so really awesome to have him here. He's built a solid following on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, over 25,000 people, as well as continues to live stream to reach a larger audience. So I'm going to bring him on the screen now, guys. So let's say hello, give him a warm welcome. Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, muted. Hold on one sec, guys. There you go. There you go.
Oh,
he didn't want to hear us. That was it. Boo
that
hits.
that right there. If something doesn't go wrong during a live stream or a recording that you're going to do one take, then something's not going right that you don't know about. But yeah, thanks for having us, Rob.
Yeah, good to have you guys here. Switching up the screens here, guys. There we go. 3 is always a weird number to have on a screen, but here we are.
I know. I'm the third wheel. You've always had Dale on here. Now you're throwing that wild card in. So who knows how this wagon is going to roll today?
What about this guy over here? He's having some coffee. He's looked like he's deep in thought, man. Like,
well, you know, he's working on that next best-selling novel. Yeah, he's been working on for the past 5 years because he hasn't gone to your self-publishing with Dale channel yet.
That's right. Come on, man, make that move. But hey, guys, shameless
plug. What can I say?
Shameless plug. I'm seeing a lot of our friends coming in here and joining us on the stream. So guys, welcome. Please put your questions in the chat. At least say hello to the brothers here. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves really quickly to the entire community, and then we'll get into some questions, Q&A, and see what happens in this stream.
Get him, Walt.
Oh, go, Walt. You want me to start it? I'm Walt.
Yes.
I am the older brother, even though that one, well, I guess I had the gray on my face. He was growing a beard, people, and trust me, he has gray too as well. But I am the older brother by 3 years, and he actually kind of roped me into the YouTube life because I was originally just all about live streaming on Periscope, Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, wherever I could live stream, I was dabbling in it and trying to break it. So that's the thing. If there's always a new program coming out, I'm on it, and I'm trying to see what limits they have and see if I can't break stuff. Because when I first started live streaming, that was the thing. You know, like we were just talking about earlier when you had us muted. Yeah. If it's going perfect, if you think your live stream is going perfect, you just don't know what's going wrong. You'll go back and play it back, and you're like, oh my God, why didn't somebody say I was muted for the first 30 minutes of my live stream? Exactly. I've had that happen. Not for 30 minutes, but I've had that happen where people are saying hi to me in chat, and next thing you know, at 15 minutes in the thing, they're like, is your mic on? And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, are you kidding me? So, I mean, and that's the thing too. Don't ever get comfortable with live streaming. I mean, you're spinning all those plates. Yeah. Sometimes you forget to spin that one plate. So, Dale, you tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah,
you know, Rob, I already brought it up. Boy, Rob and I've gone back. It's been a few years now, right? We met at Vid Summit originally, and so Rob's my boy. So at any rate, I'm Dale L. Roberts. I am an international best-selling author, and actually, I've been teaching people how to self-publish books online since April 2016 when I first started a YouTube channel, and more recently, I hit the third of the way. It's 100,000 subscribers over on YouTube. So that was a big milestone for me. And live streaming tech became a bit of a necessity because a lot of people were wondering, like, hey, how are you doing all this stuff? And I'm like, I kept telling this clown, hey, why don't you go do a YouTube channel? And he's like, and finally I was like, why don't we do a channel together? And he's like, okay. And all of a sudden he was hearing me out because the thing is a lot of the tech side of things
Yep.
He knows. Business side of things, you can talk to me about fundamentals and building an audience and graphic assets and how to connect with people. But when it comes to tech, you come over talk to me about AMD processors. It's like my boy inside the lab, PC Tech, Terrence.
That's AMD.
Yeah, it sounds like DDM to me. I don't know what the heck this is. Like, come on, man. Like,
he always says, he goes, bro, stop speaking Chinese, man. Just hook me up. Pick something on Amazon and I'll buy it.
And, I just wanted to take a lot of what he was teaching me and be able to share it with the world. And, it took, it's been about a year and a half that we actually started the YouTube channel. It's been an amazing ride. We actually ended up getting and hitting YouTube Partner Program early January. And then we took a small hiatus, a little bit of time off mid-February. And then this whole thing, this lockdown and pandemic broke out and our channel exploded. It exploded.
And unfortunately, because I work retail, I'm a meat cutter by profession. That is my full-time job. I run a meat department. So you can imagine once the panic hit and everyone was going out and stockpiling food and whatnot, I had zero time. I was literally coming home and collapsing after work. And I know Dale was hitting me up. He's like, hey, man, when are we going to start recording videos again? And I mean, it got to the point where usually I would keep up with the comments. And Dale actually, God bless his heart, he jumped in there and was trying to answer a lot of the questions the best he could.
Right.
And the one questions he didn't, he said, hey, just go on there and record you answering it. And I'll turn it into a video, which actually a lie. I think it's going to be fun because I think Dale was trolling me because he knows I cannot pronounce anyone's name other than Dan's. Hi, Dan. Thank you for popping in. But I'm horrible at that, even live streaming, because you'll be surprised some of the Twitch names and obviously mix. We'll get to that in a minute. So I'm like, I don't know if you ever seen the Keel and Peele sketch where, the substitute teacher and he's saying Aaron instead of Aaron, that's me 100%. So I'm like answering these viewers' questions and I'm sitting there thinking, well, thanks a lot, Dale. I cannot pronounce these people's names. I'm sure I'm butchering them and I'm going to get all these nasty comments down below, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
The true test, Rob, is can he say your last name?
I know. Let's give it let's go. What do you think? Can you give it a try? No. We're not doing that.
Why are you guys gonna put me on the spot like that? That was not a good hot potato.
It's all good. I can barely say my last name once in a while. It's all good. All right, guys. Well, okay. So we got a lot of awesome people here joining us live. So hello to Gardens of Blessing, Gabe Leal, Barry Bowling, Dan Courier's in the house. John says, I still have my KitchenAid mixer and it's not shutting down. What are you guys talking about?
It's not shut down. Yeah.
It's not shut down yet. It's still got a week.
It's got a week. Yeah. Whenever the warranty is up, right? Yeah. So
and then you can forward it to Facebook for all of your blending needs.
It's exactly. All right. So we're going to talk about Mixer. So, okay, let's just cover this first because there's a lot of live streamers here. I see a lot of live streamers, people that have collaborated with here as well in the live audience. And so let's talk a little bit about Mixer. It's shut down. So tell us, what is Mixer? Because I think a lot of us didn't actually use it. But what is it and why is it shutting down?
Okay, so anyway,
this one really good.
Yeah. Let me jump on this one.
Sure,
so
go for it.
Mixer originally was called Beam, BEAM, and that was probably in 2016. I'm a little rough on this because, like I said, I've been streaming for a hot minute and kind of bounced around on different platforms to see what was going on with what. Later in 2016, I want to say probably around August, I think, Microsoft acquired them and then, of course, changed their name in 2017 to Mixer. So that was a big acquisition. When Microsoft stepped in, it was like, is Twitch gonna, because Twitch went from Justin TV to Twitch, and Twitch was still the king, and it still is, obviously. So when you have a big power player like Microsoft jumping into the mix when it comes to live streaming, you got to go, and take note. Now, true, there's a lot of stuff that Microsoft is messed up in the past. I'm trying to edit myself. So a lot of people were kind of leery about it. And not only that, it was more catered to people that could live stream off their Xbox. So it wasn't necessarily for like PC gamers such as myself, but it was for Xbox to get on there and live stream using their console. So that was like a big move because really there wasn't too many console streamers on Twitch. It was mainly PC gamers. So that was a big move. That's where Mixer came from. Now, where do you want me to go from there?
Yeah. So why did it shut down?
Okay.
There.
Dale, take it over. Point blank.
Take it over, Dale.
What ended up happening is, with all good things have to come to an end. The problem is, last year, Microsoft said, okay, let's hedge all of our bets on this Mixer. Mixer needs to take off. It needs to breathe new. We need to breathe new life into this. So they ended up bringing over large streamers from the Twitch platform in the way of Ninja and Shroud, who have millions of fans. And there are, tens of thousands of people were watching them live on Twitch. So the thought was, Microsoft said, we can lure these Twitch streamers over here, then naturally we should be able to move that audience too. Little did anybody outside of Mixer know that Microsoft was already kind of putting Mixer on double secret probation. They were, it was their last resort. They were trying to bring these things in. It's crazy because Walt actually showed me Mixer last year and Snoop Dogg. Okay, you know who Snoop Dogg is, right, Rob?
Of course.
Okay, who all knows who Snoop Dogg is? He had 8 people watching him, and Walt was one, and I was one. There's 7 other people watching Snoop Dogg.
Sometimes he would get up in the 30s, but yes. I mean, you would sit there and think, because it's Snoop Dogg, he would be blowing up over on Mixer.
It almost seemed like a missed opportunity by Microsoft to even know who was on their platform. They should have known Snoop Dogg's here. Oh, hello, let's see about really pushing this. So it seemed like there was a lot of missed opportunities by Mixer. So what ended up happening is, you're looking at year-over-year growth. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to fudge up some of these numbers a little bit. You'll find all the numbers and the cited sources if you go watch the video where we talk about Mixer shutting down on our channel. But I believe it was over 100% growth in watch time hours on Twitch compared to Mixer at 0.2%.
Wow.
0.2%. And I think Microsoft looked at that and they were like, no. They were like, that's it. We're pulling it out, because they thought, well, instead of sinking millions of dollars into supporting Mixer and building out the infrastructure and having some of the team growing on there, they said, let's take this and just build out our, and help me out on this one, Walt. It was the X Cloud, was it?
Something like that.
They're pretty much their gaming platform. Like, they wanted to just build out the gaming stuff because they were making tens of millions of dollars on this one versus Mixer, where they were essentially losing money. Right. And so that's where they just decided, let's go ahead and focus all that stuff over here and let's pull the plug. Let's get out.
So here's the other thing too. It wasn't just about that. Mixer kind of approached it the wrong and right way. They did some things right. They did some things wrong, Rob. So the thing is what Mixer was great at is they championed the smaller streamers. And even though I beat everyone over the head that watches our videos, never call yourself a small streamer or a growing streamer, you're a streamer. If you have one person in your channel or 0 people in your channel, as long as you're live streaming, you are a streamer. Right. Because never downplay yourself. You can't say, oh, my party's going to suck, please come to it. No one's going to show up. So that was the thing. They did champion smaller streamers, and they would put them on the front page showing people like, hey, this is an up and comer, go check them out. The problem with that is Twitch is the big dog reigns supreme, because there is really no algorithm. It's goes off of numbers. The more people you have watching you live streaming, the more apt you're going to be at the top. The more apt you're going to be at the top, the more likely you're going to get more viewers. So therefore, you build this following, you build this community on that specific channel, and then they kind of trickle off once that live streamer, like for instance, when Ninja would stop live streaming on Twitch, they just don't all turn off Twitch and go away. They trickle outward. Where Microsoft, they kind of lost that opportunity. Like Dale said, you had, people that had name clout, and you should be saying, hey, here's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's playing Madden, and he's blowing smoke in front of the camera, and half the time you can't see him. But regardless, he's streaming on Mixer. That was a lost opportunity to really push those names at the top. And then at the same time, I understand, yes, some of the smaller streamers, some of the up and comers, definitely, give them a leg up as well. And Twitch is trying to do it now too, but it's kind of haphazardly. It's still kind of like get down to the bottom, with your scrub self. Really, to be honest with you, live streaming is going to be a dog eat dog until they do what basically YouTube and Google does as far as algorithms go, and be able to have that SEO going on within it to where people can search for content and not necessarily the streamer name.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that's an interesting thing. Like, how can you get your live streams found organically and discovered and things like that? I want to say what's up to Eileen Smith. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Eileen.
Hey, Eileen. Good to see you. Okay. I'm going to get to the next question here because I think there's more to talk about there. And so let's get into the second question here. What are the best live streaming platforms for people, for Mixer streamers and viewers? So people that were using Mixer, what's an alternative now? Where should they go?
The most natural progression, what Mixer wanted to do, and I don't know what kind of a contract that Mixer worked out with Facebook, but either way, you noticed when you opened up to mixer.com, it automatically sends over. So I thought it was at the end of July, but I guess July 22nd was D-Day. They are sending traffic already over to fb.gg, which is Facebook Gaming. And so any of the creators that were on there and were already partnered are going to automatically be partnered into the Facebook Gaming, realm of things. And they'll be part of the Stars program, all that type of stuff. If the person was just streaming on there, I don't know that they moved them per se. They probably just redirected them over there. Now, as far as the viewers go, I would say if you really enjoyed any of your streamers on Mixer, follow them where they go. Hopefully they let you know ahead of time before they parted ways. But I would say check Facebook first. The next areas you're going to definitely want to look at. One of the most popular ones, you're seeing billions of hours of watch time on there for good reason. It's Twitch. Twitch.tv is the place for live streaming. Here's the funny thing. A lot of people don't take this lightly. Twitch is pound for pound the biggest dog in the yard for live streaming right now, even bigger than YouTube. And it's not me just speaking out my rear end. You can actually go and look at that source video that Rob was just sharing not too long ago. There's an actual article citing the sources, saying that essentially Twitch is doing way more live watch time hours than YouTube is. So that's pretty interesting. It's got to make you stand up at attention and understand that this is a different realm. This is a different world right now, folks. And if you try to be the angry old boomer, latching on to every last little bit of your Facebook or your Periscope or your Snapchat, you're going to be missing the opportunity that right now it's still so viable. It is not saturated. It's Twitch. Get on Twitch yesterday.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. I was actually I put this up on a Facebook group, my Facebook group, a couple days ago, who's on Twitch. And so I had a good conversation with Dan Willis, who actually is on Twitch. He talks about stocks, like his stock market stuff on Twitch. So there's more and more non-gaming content as well, because there's a lot of people here tuning in. They don't have gaming content. So what do you guys think about that? Is there space for non-gaming content on Twitch?
Yes, actually, that's what when Amazon purchased Twitch, that was the big move, because originally when I first started streaming on Twitch, you better be playing a game, talking about a game, or playing music about a game. That was it. If it didn't have anything to do with gaming, boom, you were booted. So, and then there was resistance, and there still kind of is within, I would say, probably 75% of the gaming community on Twitch, because they feel that they were kind of sort of invaded when Amazon took it over. But if you do look at the content, there's a lot of just chatting, live reactionary videos, ASMR. Yeah. Go ahead. Rub it in on that microphone. No. So that's the thing. I mean, there's this one, I got to write her name down, because the last interview I brought her up to. She does this cooking channel. Literally, she has her studio set up in the kitchen, and she does mixed drinks. I mean, so it's kind of adult, but she's very bubbly and over the top. And I watched her go from like 20 to 30 viewers in there to where now she has thousands.
Interesting.
So there is room for growth as a non-gamer. The problem is you need to be able to rope people in there.
Right.
Take it away, Dale.
Right.
Yeah, bringing them in. And here's the thing is I want to kind of add on to this made from scratch broadcast. You absolutely have quite the opportunity. I know our friend here, mutual friend of Rob's and mine, Eileen Smith, she also has her own Twitch channel. She's doing pretty well on there. One of the biggest streamers on there at the moment that is not a gamer is Kit Boga. Kit Boga spends his time scamming scammers. He gets on like fake, like scam type people, and he will rope them in, acting like he's an old lady, or he acts like he's a chick, or he acts like it's all these different type of characters, and tens of thousands of people will tune in. He's probably one of the larger Twitch streamers right now today.
That's
and you know, it's kind of underneath that just chatting realm, and so this it's wide open. You could see that there's so much opportunity here. And here's the beauty of it. Let's just say, for instance, you're like, I don't know if I should do this. The nice thing is on Twitch, you can actually do a live stream. And after you're done, you can export the live video over to your YouTube channel. And at that point, you could repurpose that content later on. Now, little asterisk on this right here. If you happen to be a Twitch partner or Twitch affiliate, you can't let it go live for another 24 hours after you've done it, because technically they own the property. Yes, that's Kit Boga. Fantastic. I can't tell you guys enough. If you want to lose your mind laughing so hard, he will, his big goal, you see actually above his head is a timer. He will put that timer on and see how long he can keep a scammer on the phone. He's kept scammers on the phone for upwards of like a couple hours at a time. It is amazing. And that's his whole thing, is he wants to waste their time.
Wow.
So they're not scamming.
He's got about 10,000, almost 10,000 people watching live right now.
I believe it. Looks like he's doing an interview right now, but yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily a scammer he's talking to. But yeah, Kit Boga is huge. He's actually got 1 million followers on YouTube. He actually was bigger on Twitch before he was on YouTube. So it just, you know, there's so much opportunity on Twitch. So if you are a person that feels kind of stranded after Mixer shutting down, be it a streamer or be it a viewer, take another look at Twitch. There's so much you can take a look into, and it's going to require some deep digging and maybe asking around with other people, or even coming over and visiting my channel over there, self-publish.
That's
or
right.
even visiting,
shameless plug.
No, that's good. That's good. Okay, well, so there's Twitch and then there's Facebook gaming, so that helps. So as far as partners, I guess the same question here is that where will all these Mixer partners go, and how will they be paid?
Walt's got this one.
Okay, so
Walt, go for it.
So Shroud and Ninja, they got their money. So regardless, it was a 3-year contract. They got their 3 years worth, regardless of whether Mixer's shutting down or not. That's the thing. Now they're no longer bound to a contract, and they can go wherever they want. They can go to Twitch, they can go to YouTube, they can go to Facebook, so on and so forth. Obviously, the big fish, they're going to sit there and probably wait, dabble around a little bit, waiting for bigger contracts to come their way. And I'm not just talking about like Ninja and Shroud, because there were some other big names that were tossed in there as well. Now, however, you have to remember when this went down, when Microsoft started spending big bucks to get Ninja and Shroud over on a Mixer, Facebook and YouTube were doing the same thing. They were poaching larger names off of Twitch and bringing them over there to where they were locked into a contract. So it's almost the same thing that we would see in sports, you know, as far as like NFL players, baseball players, that kind of thing, where it's like, oh, this starting pitcher, we got to get him. Let's sign him to a 3-year contract. We're not going to go beyond 3 years just in case he injures himself, because Lord knows there's some streamers out there that are very popular, but they get in hot water sometimes. Dr. Disrespect. Right. But so that's the thing. They're going to pretty much going to be able to go wherever they want to go. They're not bound to Facebook. And I'm going to tell you, here's the thing. I'm not hating against Facebook. I've gone live. I've done some streaming over there on Facebook gaming. The problem with Facebook came into the party late. We're talking even later than what Microsoft did. So you're still kind of stuck with these potato qualities going on. And I know once you partner up, or level up, as Facebook would call it, you get to go to the 1080p, but then you're still locked in at that 30 frames per second. You still have a cap on your upload speed. I mean, it's just Facebook just really, they need to switch some seats up there as far as the decision making are going. But then again, maybe they're trying to do it on the cheap. I don't know.
Right. There you go. Awesome. Dale, anything to add there?
No, I don't really have anything else to add to that. I mean, with the Mixer partners, they were given pretty much a clear direction to go into, with the exception of the large, big contract ones. But anybody that was a partner on Mixer should already have been moved over to Facebook Gaming, because they're automatically put into the partner program now. Facebook Gaming, I wouldn't call it easy to get yourself as a partner there.
Okay.
It's certainly easier than, say, things like doing the YouTube partner program.
Right.
But it's a viable avenue. So if they want to get paid, they can also do that. What I would implore, regardless of where you're streaming at, folks, okay, I want you to take this as a cautionary tale that you can't hedge your bets on any one platform. Be forewarned. Amazon can go one day, you know what? Twitch, we're done with it. They pull the plug. I highly doubt that happened, but they can probably just say one day they're going to pull the plug. What I would recommend to any streamer out there, anybody that's partnered on any program, do not hedge all your bets on that one area. There's a good reason why I'm on YouTube and I'm on Twitch and I'm on other various Facebook and, Facebook, Instagram, all those. I diversify what I'm doing as a live streaming content creator, just in case something happens, just in case YouTube decides they don't like my ugly face on there anymore and they ban all of my channels.
That is good point though, Dale, because Twitch can ban you at any time and not give you a reason. It states it in the terms of service. They can ban you and not give you a reason. They can permaban you. You could be gone. Yeah, so Dale is perfectly correct now we're not talking about multi-streaming, though Dale's wearing the Restream IO t-shirt. We're not talking about multi-streaming, but he's saying build community in different spots. Now you want to always have your main community in one spot, but diversify out. TikTok's a prime example. You guys have seen that on the news or whatever, and you see people freaking out. They've already banned it in India. And they're talking about banning it here in the United States. Now, imagine being a content creator that has only created content on TikTok, and that is where you are getting your monetization and whatnot from. Now, TikTok gets banned. What do you do for income now? Now you're scrambling. Now you're running. Now you're going, oh, wow, what do I got to do? Okay, well, let me jump over to YouTube. No one knows who you are on YouTube. Maybe some of your followers from TikTok will come over there. But now the content's going to be totally different. So that's the thing, too. If you notice, when Dale goes to Twitch and Dale's on YouTube, the content is always slightly different. Now, he might be talking about the same thing, but and same thing where I'm on YouTube. When I live stream, I'm totally somebody different. I'm totally out there. So that's the thing, too. So when you see me on YouTube, and even when I'm playing my alter ego, even on the YouTube channel, the content is slightly different on there than what it is over on my live streams on Twitch.
Really good point. Really good point. And guys, if you guys are just tuning in right now, I'm here with Dale L. Roberts and his brother Walt Roberts, live streaming tech. And so really excited to have these guys here. So if you guys have any questions, we're going to get into Q&A pretty soon. Any questions about live streaming, tech, gear, platforms, strategies, drop them in the chat. So I want to make sure that we get as much information from these guys as we can in the time that we have with them. So you guys already got ahead of me a little bit here. I was going to ask you guys, how can live streamers safeguard their business against, sudden changes from platforms? And, the most the biggest thing, which is obviously a platform shutting down, but just if they get banned or things like that. So you guys already gave a couple really good, advice there, but anything that you can share. I like your tip there, Walt, with live streaming, but have slightly different content for each platform. So there's a reason to go to YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and not say well, I've already seen Dale's video on YouTube or live stream on YouTube, so I'm good. I don't need to go to any of his other platforms. So anything that you guys can add there as far as advice to safeguard live streamers.
It's the same thing as if, say, you were just streaming on Twitch and say you have a Twitter account or Instagram account and you're trying to gain a following over there and bring people to the party over on Twitch. You always have to have that FOMO, that fear of missing out. You're throwing a party. What's going to be at that party? What's going on that why should they spend their time? You got to think people's time is money. It doesn't matter whether they're laying in front of the TV, they're out at the gym, they're at work. Time is money. And the thing is you got to keep their attention. You got to draw their attention first, and then you got to keep their attention. And that's it. That's exactly it, Rob. You explained it perfectly there, where it's like, well, I already seen Dale's video on why I shouldn't do KDP over on YouTube. Why should I go over on Twitch? He's probably going to talk about the same thing. So that's where Dale has to have that extra drive to show people, hey, when you come over to Twitch, we're going to have a little bit more fun. I'm going to be a little bit more uncensored. We're going to talk about different things other than what I talk about over on YouTube.
Yeah. What it comes down to sometimes, folks, is you don't also have to look at how can I go to all these various different platforms. I mean, some people may not have that discretionary time, much less the expense to go ahead and do all that. So I want you to start thinking smarter and think like a business owner. When you start to think like a business owner running a business, you'll start to make business-like decisions. So one of the easiest ways to get it to where you safeguard your business is through diversifying your income portfolio. Get it to where there's various ways that you can monetize your platform. That way, if for some reason, let's say they pull YouTube out from underneath you, that's okay. You've already got a platform. You have a website to where you send people to. You have an email newsletter that you send people to. You can monetize it through ways such as coaching and consulting. You can do Patreon is another way. You can have any type of courses that you can put together, merchandise. There's so many ways you can make it, shake it, or bake it. I want you to start to think to yourself, how can I diversify my business so that in the event, D-Day comes along to Mixer like it did, or D-Day comes along to Facebook Gaming, or any of those type of situations to where maybe you get banned or blocked off there. Look, folks, this is a real, unlaughable situation, although he's sometimes funny. Dr. Disrespect, banned. He was not given a reason. It was bye. See you later. You're not on here anymore. Why not? We don't have to tell you. See you later. So, hopefully he had everything kind of put into place to where he had enough sponsorship deals is another way to do things. Podcasts, another way to do things. Think about ways that you can expand your brand without having to stretch yourself too thin.
Good advice. Good advice. Yeah, for all the people out there, like, how are you guys diversifying your own business? A lot of people will lean on, especially on YouTube, they want to lean on monetization and stuff like that. So I'm glad that you brought up all those different ways to monetize, your business. Now, when it comes to live streams, though, there's a lot of people. Obviously, we're really good friends, and we use Restream.io for multi-streaming. So that's one way. So then, what do you do, Dale? Do you have when you multi-stream? What do you guys do? What do you guys do? You just go out to all the channels and then essentially, have sort of different introductions or anything like that? What do you guys do when it comes to multi-streaming? Any advice?
I think Walt can probably answer this one, but I'm going to say it very briefly.
Sure.
Be selective with how you multi-stream. It's better that you try to grow in one area and then consider expanding into other areas.
Okay.
So for me, for instance, how I was able to drive more traffic over to Twitch was I started running multi-stream from YouTube to Twitch and letting people know, hey, in the next month, I'm going to be moving exclusively live streaming here every Monday at 12 p.m. So there was that case of creating that fear of missing out and building awareness of that. So that's one of the things I try to be very selective with how I multi-stream and not just try to stream out to flex on people I'm at 18 different platforms. You got 3 people watching you. Do you want a medal or chest to pin it on, as my mom used to say?
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. I see a lot of new streamers jump into the multi-streaming too quickly. My thing is learn the basics first. So pick a platform, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and learn how to stream, learn how to troubleshoot. Just the thing, when you're live streaming, you have to troubleshoot on the fly. There's no, hold on, everyone, come back in 20 minutes. You've already lost them. You got to be able to fix those problems. You got to do it quickly. And it's embarrassing and it is kind of stressful, but once you do, and a lot of times your viewers will be forgiving of it too, as well. But once you've established those basics, that foundation, then say your channel really hasn't grown. You're on Twitch. You only have maybe, 50 followers, not even that, not even enough to get the affiliate. So you start thinking to yourself, well, am I in the wrong spot? That is when you could actually use a tool such as Restream.io to stream out to different platforms. Now, what Dale's saying is be selective too. It has to make sense. So if you're, well, obviously Mixer shut down now, but obviously if you're doing unboxings or reactionary videos and stuff like that, you wouldn't want to be on, say, Mixer back in the day because they were more exclusively games. So you got to kind of think it out to say, who is my target audience? Who am I trying to bring into the party? So, you know, and that's the other thing too, the more avenues you pick, the more plates you're spinning, because just because it's streaming and it looks fine over on Twitch, it might not look that hot over on Facebook. So that's the other reason why as well. But yeah, it's not bad to test the waters though, as a newer streamer. But like I said, I would highly recommend though learning OBS or Streamlabs OBS or any other kind of live streaming software tool. Get those foundations, get comfortable with being able to read chat, to talk to people, whether you're a gamer or whether you're, you know, pitching something, whether you're just, you know, talking. Get comfortable with it first, and then start dabbing your toes in there. And like Dale said, then if you find that sweet spot and go, hey, you know what? Facebook over here is blowing up. Twitch isn't doing it for me. Then what little following you do have on Twitch, you can do kind of like a countdown type thing. Like, okay, 4 more live streams, and I'm going to be heading over to Facebook. Or maybe do special live streams still over on Twitch to try to bring the Facebook group over to Twitch. And that's when you start to break it up.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. And while you mentioned that, Walt, there's some questions coming in here. We're going to get to them. So Gabe, I see your question about Restream and OBS. But guys, tell people about this free course that you guys have on how to set up your channel for Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. It's available. I'll put the link in the chat, guys. So go grab that, enroll for that for free. But just really quick, 10-second pitch on what this course is all about.
You're just going to learn how to easily set up your channel, whether you're streaming through YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. We've got templates put out for you. We walk it step by step, and you know exactly what you need to do. And here's the funny thing. You ready for this, guys and gals? If you're watching this right now, we don't have anything else to sell you beyond that. I've like sometimes like, oh, they're going to sell me on something.
Unless you want to buy the book, then you can go on Amazon. And buy
at that point, you can probably do the book. You can see it's been hanging out in the background this whole time. But honestly, if you want to get a free course at this point, it's some of the videos that we had put together on YouTube, but we have the templates that are downloadable through that. So you can actually head over to livestreaming.com/YouTube template, and it'll be able to do that. Or even Rob's whipping together some of the links you can actually join on over there. But you'll be able to get all those things. We got a couple other smaller courses as well. Best practices YouTube checklist. This is one of the things actually I curated over the past 4 years of learning from people like Nick Nemeth to Brian G. Johnson, Owen Video, Daryl Eves. You run there. So if you want to kind of get a good idea, but that's sorry, that was a 1 minute pitch. I'm sorry about that.
That's awesome. No, that's great. That's great. I love that. I love that there's actually no upsell, guys. So
there really is no upsell. I'm so ashamed to actually say. We've been so busy. Yeah.
No, I love it. So guys, go grab that. It's a free resource. And basically these guys have put tons of years and hours of knowledge into these free courses. So just go grab them. Link is in the chat. Eileen Smith is asking, what's the link for the book? If you guys have it, feel free to drop into the chat. I'll share it with everyone here. So, or you go Amazon, right?
Or you can just type in Walt Roberts on Amazon.
Walt Roberts. There it is. There it is.
Livestream.com/book.
Yeah, that's where you're going to go, because I know a lot of people were kind of let down because it's a short read. Here's the thing. Once again, it goes back to time is money. People don't want to sit down and read a novel. They don't want to have all this high fancy jargon. Because I know some people gave me some 1 stars on that. They're like, he's been doing computers for how many years? And there's no nerd stuff in there. And it's just like, I'm talking to the basic person that's just wanting to get into live streaming. And I got kind of bashed too, because I was kind of relating it a little bit more to game streaming. But if they would kind of read past that, it's going to be the same. It's going to really be the same, whether you're just sitting there as a talking head or doing a cooking show or whatever, it's going to work the same. But yeah, so those people that gave me 1 star for, catering to the gamers more, just wait for book 2. You know,
there you go.
Maybe I'll hook you up with a coupon code and you get it for 99 cents.
Exactly. I put the link to the book, guys, on Amazon. So yeah, go grab that. And that's awesome. Andrea is already enrolled in your course. That's super awesome. Somebody else also got your book here as well. So yeah. Awesome,
somebody was asking what was better, StreamYard or
yes.
Or Restream. So let's see here. You know, Dale, let's go. You go ahead and battle it out.
Go for it. He's throwing me under the bus.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I used Restream first, and then I went to I just totally lost. There goes the boomer.
StreamYard.
No, I didn't go to StreamYard.
OBS.
Mob Crush. No, I've always used OBS. I actually started out with classic OBS, then OBS Studio. Then I switched over to Streamlabs OBS until they started monetizing the garbage out of it. The thing is I didn't mind the microtransactions, and actually that's how I got into Mob Crush, was because I was like, oh, okay, I'll pay for that monthly fee. And then they were like, okay, you can get it for free, and I was like, oh, even better. And then they were like, okay, now you're not going to get it for free. You can get it for free if you pay our $14.99 a month, but now you have access to all our apps on there. And I was just like, and we were having some issues. They were constantly updating Streamlabs OBS. So Dale, out of frustration, he said, screw it. Well, I'm going back over to OBS Studio because that's where you showed me the ropes initially. And then he was like, dude, have you seen all the new stuff they've thrown on OBS Studio, which is free to use, by the way. And so is Streamlabs OBS. You just don't get all the bells and whistles, where OBS Studio, you get all those bells and whistles and plus some.
Okay, so Walt got real excited, and anybody that's probably just was looking for an answer right there. Should I try Restream? Is it better than StreamYard or OBS? Okay, I'm going to say this right now, full disclosure. I've never tried StreamYard. I've been on a guest on some StreamYard broadcasts, but I can't speak personally to them. I know they got a good crew over there. I know a lot of friends who use them. I'm going to say I'm a Restream fanboy. Have been since day one. I picked up a lifetime access to it through an AppSumo deal and fell in love with it ever since. I like the fact, for me, when I first got it, was being able to live stream into Facebook groups. And see, I've got a Facebook group of over 4,000 members, active members in there. I really needed that. And so being able to do, I was able to do it in 2 Facebook groups and numerous platforms. But Restream is really nice. And then more recently, they actually rolled out a browser-based live studio. So to me, Restream is really stepping up the game. And by the way, they're not paying me right now to say this. I just happen to be wearing this.
Next month.
So if you, for some reason, kind of going back to the original question, if you are familiar already with Open Broadcasting Studio or even Streamlabs OBS, it integrates perfectly with Restream. I've used it that way. And I don't want anybody to get the misunderstanding of what I was saying earlier. I'm not telling you you shouldn't multi-stream. Just have a specific purpose and a strategy for why you're doing it, when you're doing it. And that's why I say Restream's fantastic. I love their stuff. And their support is absolutely unparalleled. Randy over at Restream Support, I owe you a couple coffees, buddy, because there was so many times where I was having meltdowns and I was like, why is this not working? And it wasn't even Restream's fault. It was always mine.
And that's the thing, though. They were always on it, though. I remember because you would hit me up or whatever on it. And you're like, never mind, they answered my question.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's some serious customer service, way faster than Amazon.
Yeah, I love it. Fantastic. They got great customer service. So I don't want to throw shade on anybody else, but I'm going to tell you, big fan of Restream. You'll see it in our videos because we have numerous videos about Restream.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I see a lot of videos even from like almost a year ago. Like there's lots of videos here on Restream. So you guys have been using that for a while. I actually saw mutual friend of ours, Ian Anderson Gray, doing live streams inside of the Restream community and Facebook page and stuff like that. So very cool to see. Awesome work by the Restream people there. So Bert Fentress enrolling now. Awesome. Guys, make sure you enroll in those courses. They're free. Just take advantage of it. So that's awesome. Really good stuff there.
Get it while there's no upsell.
Exactly. No, these guys are awesome. There's a question here from B.A. Mazed. Like that name. Does live streaming help to drive more traffic to your YouTube channel? So you guys take that away. I think we can talk about that.
It works both ways. So your YouTube channel can feed into your live streams. And like I said, that's why we were talking about that content. Change up the content slightly. You don't need to reinvent yourself. Don't be like, doing survival unboxing gear on YouTube. And then when they come over, you're doing a cooking show, which, I mean, you could do that. That. Just let your audience know that, hey, I live stream over on Twitch or wherever you're going to be live streaming. But yes, they feed off of each other. Yep. You'll definitely find that out.
I'll tell you that, and especially if you're, and I'm thinking within context here for Be Amazed, they're probably saying live streaming on YouTube. Does that help build relevancy? And I'm going to say that yes, it does. In fact, if you can get an engaged chat, in fact, let's test this out right now, Rob. Right now, we have about 10 people watching, and I want everybody to guess a number between 1 and 30. Anybody that can give me a number between 1 and 30, and let's put a little skin in the game. Whoever picks the right number, and I'm going to write the number down right now in my hand, I will send you an autographed copy of Walt's book. I will send it in the mail, so you'll have to get a hold.
We'll give you and we'll do something. We'll do 3 months on
that's virus free. That's virus free, by the way.
Well, hang on a second. Hang on. Rob was just trying to pony up.
Yeah. Let's add in 3 months on the TubeBuddy Legend plan. So let's get the number. There you go.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm not going to look over there just yet. I want to trust this out.
Maybe I want to guess the number, man.
Okay. So, at any rate, and I have it written down here, by the way. Just keep going, guys, and guess numerous times if you want to. And the first person who guesses the right number will win a autographed copy and 3 months on TubeBuddy. Which, by the way, what's the plan on that one? Did you say you were going to get them?
The Legend plan.
Oh, good God.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. No, I want to pick a number
Big dog. Oh, my gosh.
You guys can keep the signature book.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. So what we're doing is we're creating some engagement. We're creating buzz on YouTube's platform. And what's going to do is it's sending small triggers to YouTube's algorithm that, there's something going on over here. And it's going to start to drive more people. What happens is with any of YouTube's videos, the more engagement, the more watch time, the more activity, the more they're going to send you more things. But here's the problem. There's a disconnect. When you get to live streaming, you get off of it. There's a little bit of like I've already missed it. And then you're going to have people that will skip to the parts they want to watch, or they'll watch it in 2x, or sometimes they'll just get to watching 2 seconds and go, that was a live video. I'm done. I'm not going to watch it. So live streaming's great for bolstering some people live at the moment. I would recommend that if you're doing it on YouTube, use their editor feature. The editor feature used to be complete bullocks. Sorry, I'm sorry for the curse word here, but it was garbage. It was, but it's fantastic now. It's really good. It's really good. I've used this numerous times as I go back to my old lives, and I edit it down, and then from there, I get it to where I frame out the video to what the people want to see in a replay, instead of the, hey, what's going on, Rob? Oh, hey, my mom's in the house. Everybody tell her happy birthday. Or, hey, pick a number between 1 and 30. And and people aren't wanting to watch that in the replay. So we've tested this out. Right when we started, there was 10 people. We're up to 12 people. We increased by 2 people at that time. The number was, you ready for this? Let me hold it on up there.
There it is.
Who 13. Was the first person to say 13? Who was the first person? So let's see here.
Let's scroll down here. 13. Oh, the first person right there. First guess was 13.
The first guess was 13. Are you?
All right.
Yeah. Mojo. What's up, Mojo?
All right.
Mojo, you're welcome. Mojo is my girl. I didn't plan that out, by the way. But fantastic. Mojo, so that just kind of goes to show it's and you guys can even see we're getting 14 live viewers over on YouTube right now because we just generated so much buzz. So YouTube's going to start recommending that over to people, so they bring them into the party. So one of the things I would say, going back to the original question, does live streaming work to grow your YouTube channel? Absolutely. Engagement is absolutely key. Watch time is king. You need to make sure you're keeping them on here. And that's one of the reasons why we've done so good, because I've seen that we've pretty much kept about a dozen people throughout the entire stream here so far. We added on a couple other people and we're keeping it going. So make sure you keep this train rolling. You got to keep the hype going and people interested. You got to say, what's up? How's it going, Mojo? Made from Scratch Broadcast. It's great to see you join us here. Eileen Smith, everybody's got to go over and check out her channel. Try to keep the live stream instead of just the, hey, how's it going? This is my live stream. Welcome. I'm going to go cry in a corner.
So good. Night and day, right? It's night and day. No, that's awesome. Congratulations, Mojo. So yeah, you already know you're connected with Dale, but reach out to me, rob@tubebuddy.com, and we'll hook you up with that prize. That's a really good test, guys. Really good, sort of like just right there live. So Made from Scratch said he meant he guessed everything except the number 14. So
but then he corrected himself and said 13. So
13, 13. Yeah. Then he said 13. So awesome. All right, guys. Awesome. Well, I've taken up so much of your time, guys. If there's any other last minute questions, let us know. But in the meantime, where can everyone catch what you are both up to with your channel, with everything?
You got it, Walt. Come on. You can do it.
Come on, Walt.
Oh, I was waiting for you to jump in there. Well, you can go to livestreamingtech.com, the website. Unfortunately, it got hacked a few months back or whatever, so we're kind of putting that back to pieces. We're not going to talk about who and why they deleted all my articles, but I'm going to get them back up there. They're going to be new and improved, and so you'll have plenty of content to read, or if you don't feel like reading, you will also have the links to the video. So it's very quick. You can find it that way, or you can find us on YouTube, Livestreaming Tech. At YouTube, youtube.com/livestreaming tech. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, perfect.
It's hot in this room. I had to turn the AC off to keep the noise down. So I'm like that, and I'm a boomer. What can I say? I'm not technically a boomer, but everyone calls me a boomer in the comments. So go ahead, keep calling me the boomer. #boomer.
All good, all good. Kevin says he's just getting here as we're ending. All good. We're gonna be coming back again. Yeah. Make sure you tune to. I mean, these guys are both. I mean, we're talking about live streaming here, so these guys are live streaming regularly. So make sure you connect with them, subscribe to their channel, Dale's channel as well, and just connect with them. So really, really awesome, guys. What's new and what are you guys working on in the next
live streaming on Amazon, baby?
On Amazon. Okay, so tell us about that. Tell us a little bit about that. Is that something that we can all do, or is that something that you guys are doing?
It's funny. I got access to Amazon Live over a year ago. It's been a while, and I had to beg, borrow, and steal in order to get access, and I've yet to actually break onto there. And a mutual friend of yours and I, Anya from Restream, she kind of put a challenge to me. She's like, I challenge you to get on there and actually start doing it. Challenge accepted, I said to Anya, and we are going to start to do a weekly live stream on Amazon Live, and we're going to aggregate, we're going to multi-stream out to places like YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and really get it to where we invite people over to the party on Amazon Live. Here's how it works. It's kind of nice. Think like QVC, like style type stuff, but with like a YouTube Twitch edge to it. So we'll be able to talk about products, and directly below each one of the videos, they'll actually have product placement because it's oddly enough on Amazon. Cool. So naturally speaking, we'll be able to talk about different live streaming gear that people are going to be able to use, and they'll be able to click on those things. How do people get Amazon Live access? It is really, really tough. What you need to do is just search up, go into Google search Amazon Live account, and you'll be able to find it. As soon as you get on Amazon Live's page, scroll to the bottom, and it'll say, would you like to start streaming here? Click on that. Now, they say right now it's invite only, and there's also another option that's called other, and you're just going to utilize that. You need to go in and make a compelling argument that you are someone who is a viable commodity and an option worth pursuing. They don't want to just give people Amazon Live thing like, oh, here you go. They want to make sure that people are going to actually come to the party and be able to deliver value and bring an audience with them. So that, I think that was one of the things. That's why I just kind of embarrassingly was just kind of like, yeah, I've been hanging on to it, because I just literally used the clout that I had for self-publishing with Dale to get that account set up. But thankfully, because Anya really, kind of urged me along and got me going, we are actually going to pull the trigger. We already have plans set in place. August and September, weekly show. We're going to start to broadcast over there. So the brothers are going to be back together, on the live streaming platform.
That's awesome, guys. Super exciting. Super exciting. Eileen Smith says she just did a video showing how to get on Amazon Live. So go connect with Eileen too, guys. Really, really good. Gabe, 2 new guys, I'll be able to fanboy and troll on live. So, Gabe's good people, but
he won't be the only one. He won't be the only one. There's always a troll.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think there's one last question here, guys. Really good question, because this does happen on Twitch a lot. Can you live stream a fundraiser cause for a nonprofit?
Yes, you can.
Really quick answer to that. How do you do that?
There's actually a tab that you'll click on, and actually inside Twitch to set that all up, and it will link you to the. Now, I don't know, like, you can't just pick any fundraiser. So they are selective of which ones you can do. But you know what, if you're a small enough streamer, you could probably fly under the radar, and just, be careful of that kind of stuff though, because, if you decide to, oh, I really want a pizza tonight, I'm gonna dip into that money. you can get in real big trouble for that.
Yeah. What's up, Paul Peck? How you doing, buddy?
Paul Peck, good to see you. Awesome.
YouTube's got great, easy integration when it comes to fundraisers as well. Yeah, I would recommend if you're up for it, one of the very first things you should do is reach out to the nonprofit first, because they usually have somebody that's very accessible and say, hey, my name is Bez. I want to see about doing a fundraiser for your cause. I'm looking at a date, September 9th, 2020. And would you be interested in being showcase for this? Because chances are likely they're going to be like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
What I would recommend is if you can, don't get any money to go into your hands. Get it just to go directly over to that. Just find some way that you can at least track it. So that way you have a goal and go into it with a goal. Say, I plan to raise $1,000 or I plan to raise $3,000. Like, for instance, every year on my birthday on Facebook, I always use their fundraiser option, and I always set a pretty good goal. You know, it's I think it was like $1,000 last year. I think I ended up exceeding it. Nice. So set a goal, try to get to it. And the most important thing too is if it's part of your brand, and unless you're PewDiePie, you need to probably take a fundraiser that identifies really well with your brand and what you're normally doing, and then try to stick with that nonprofit, because chances are very likely you might have a very good give and take relationship in which that nonprofit might actually start to send you more people to watch your streams. So they might say, hey, Bez is doing a live broadcast, for a fundraiser for us. Go check it out. So that is really kind of a nice thing that you can indirectly grow your brand and your awareness where you're at by working together with a nonprofit organization. And there's so many nonprofits out there. So just make sure you're very selective with who you end up partnering yourself with.
Yeah, really good advice. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. When we did a 24-hour stream on for TubeBuddy, we used I know Andrew Can, he used Streamlabs OBS. So there's a fundraising.
Yes, right.
So there's that as well. So yeah, awesome. Guys, this has been awesome. Really fun. Thanks for hanging out with us for the last hour here, guys. If you guys are just tuning in, feel free to watch the replay, but make sure you head over to Dale and Walt's channel as well. They're going to be hanging out there. Gardens and Blessing TV says she just enrolled. So yes, good reminder. Make sure you go check out their free course. Lots of really awesome resources they're sharing for free. No upsell at the moment. So
unless you want to buy that book over his shoulder.
Unless the book. Yes.
Yeah. Point over your shoulder, Dale. Point over your shoulder. Isn't that book beautiful?
Really good. Guys, thank you so much again. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll talk to you guys very soon. Take care.